Hi, James Raleigh here. Autonomous work groups. In the early 90s, we implemented autonomous work groups in Bordenamona and then Coillte. In Bordenamona, we set up small groups who eventually produce all the peat, and then we set up groups that transport the peat throughout the company. The groups were made up of a supervisor, a craftsman, and general operatives, and they took full responsibility for producing the peat. That involved machines, consumables, and seasonal labour. The reason that Bordenamona has survived is the cost reductions brought about by the introduction of those groups onto the bogs. They broke down the tasks and stopped all the wastage. In that way, the autonomous work groups, which were tried in car factories in Volvo in Sweden and other places, is a lean technique. They reduced the wastage, driving around when there was no need, having too much labour there, all of the things that waste money. In fact, during the off-season, the groups did the major overhauls themselves, which involved upskilling themselves to be able to do so under the direction of the craftsman. That created a problem, because there were dedicated workshops whose job was to overhaul all the equipment at the end of the season. The equipment didn't go back. In that way, the wastage or the work that didn't need to be done somewhere else was eliminated. In Coillte, there was a machine fleet, very expensive machines which can pick up a tree, take off the branches, cut it into size, and have it ready to go to a mill or to a boat for further processing. The company had lost confidence in the workforce who operated the machines. If there was a breakdown, to fix the breakdown could have taken a week. Obviously, if there was a deadline for a boat or an order within a mill, that presented a huge problem for the company. In addition, the costs were going out of control. By setting up groups who control the machines, they took responsibility for the machine themselves, the maintenance, the consumables, and meeting the deadlines. They started a quote for business internally at prices per cubic metre. And if there was a deadline, they worked weekends, bank holidays, whatever was necessary to meet the order and make the deadline. Two examples of major transformations implemented by Raleigh & Associates a number of years ago. Lean initiatives. They worked, they eliminated wastage, and massively reduced cost. James Raleigh, RaleighAssociates.com.